Tonight we will be interviewing the lives of serfs and peasants in Europe and their interactions with their landlords. Serfs are individuals bound to a particular piece of land and a specific landlord, and serfdom is considered a form of slavery most prevalent in Russia. Unlike serfs, peasants are free, but hard times cause them to work for the nobility and the upper classes. Let's interview serfs in Russia, in particular, one serf named Luke, with reporter Irene Chang on the scene.
Here I am in the field, and there's a serf and landlord behind me. I have a few questions to ask them, so let's go. Hello?
You need to do the work. The work is right there. I have crops.
Hello? I
don't want
They will
work.
die in the winter.
Excuse me?
What?
Hi. What's going on here?
All the serfs just want fair treatment. Over 80% of Russia's population is of serfs. They even measure their wealth based on how many serfs they own. That's not fair.
Seriously, shut up. Go back to work, okay? I really don't care. There are crops right there, and it's winter. I need those to be tended to.
Okay, so what's the cause of this?
Ever since Catherine the Great of Russia ruled, she has let all the landlords have total control over us. They even make us work barshina, which is working over 6 days a week. That's not fair.
Oh
Your
my
comments?
gosh. All of you serfs just sound like broken records. Okay, seriously, build a bridge and get over it. You need to tend to those crops. I need those crops, okay? Seriously, it doesn't matter if you don't have enough food to eat or that you are like starving to death, okay? Like, I need those crops.
So what justifies both of your stances on this?
Have you not seen how they live by the social hierarchy? They believe everyone below them is less of a human.
Okay, seriously, let's be real here. You are kind of a lesser human. Actually, not kind of. Compared to me, you are a lesser human. You have like no financial or social support. You are a peasant, and seriously, nobody cares about you.
And now, breaking news. It seems that tensions are rising high between the serfs, landlords, and the monarchy. Pugachev's rebellion, with its recent occurrence, proves all these assumptions correct. Currently, it is the biggest revolt of this century, with all of southern Russia involved. Let's take a look at this crucial event.
The serfs have armed themselves with gardening tools, and the violence is increasing. Apparently, a man named Emelian Pugachev promised the serfs freedom and land of their own.
Aside from Russia, there are peasants and serfs struggling to make ends meet all over Europe, in countries such as England, France, Prussia, and Austria. Let's take a look at their daily lives with reporter Irene Chang right now.
This is reporter Irene Chang for the Noble News Network, and here I have two French peasants with me right now. So, walk me through a day in the life. What do you guys do?
Don't even get me started. First, we're supposed to call our landlord Signor like they get a special title for treating us so badly. We're forced to work day in and day out, and we're barely able to put food on the table because they keep taking our food to sell for profit.
So, why do you guys resent your landlord so much?
We barely stop working, and actually we're forced to do labor, which is called corvée. I heard that in Austria they have something like it called rabot, and despite all that, we still have to pay banalité, which is feudal dues in case you didn't know. And seriously, paying to use the mill and oven to bake bread, that is absurd.
Albert, is this true?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So, I heard you have a lot of enormous taxes on your peasants. What are they for, and how do you justify them?
Well, these enormous taxes on the peasants are because they use my equipment to do what they need to do. They use my mill to grind their flour. They use my oven to bake their bread. So they better pay me my money if they even think about using my equipment, which is on my land.
Okay, but like, I heard you treat them very horribly. How do you justify the treatment of your peasants?
Well, it's way better than being out there where they can starve to death or be beaten up by bandits or be killed by wild animals, you know. Like, at least here, I protect them and I give them land and crops so that they can feed themselves. I mean, I usually take away most of the stuff they work for, but at least they have something so they can survive.
Okay, so any further comments?
No, I'm kind of busy, so I think you should just go away.
Okay, thank you very much. Back to you in the newsroom, Samantha.
We have an exclusive segment about peasants in England. It seems that many of them are involved in poaching, which is the illegal hunting of game.
Just in my reporter's uniform, none of the peasants wanted to talk to me, for fear of getting caught. However, when I went undercover by dressing just like them, things completely changed. Take a look.
So I know you've met up with me in a really remote location right now.
Well, first of all, they find you, and then they can even put you into the army. But most importantly, the ultimate penalty is death. Gamekeepers set up traps, and if you do step on them, they will shoot you.
Oh, so that's really, really dangerous, right?
Yeah.
But why are the nobles so, like, worked up about poaching? Like, what's the big deal?
To them, poaching is a sign of legislative power tied into their economic and social status. Game laws are one of the ways that they recognize this, and they're really conservative of it, and poaching infringes on that, so they're really like, they want to stop it.
Okay, so why do you have to resort to illegal activities such as poaching? Like, why couldn't you just hunt legally? I mean, can you hunt legally?
Well, first of all, game laws prevent us from hunting legally, and the reason why we poach is because we need the food.
Unfortunately, serfs and peasants seem to be struggling all over Europe to make ends meet. Tonight's show about serfs and peasants has come to a close. Thanks for watching, and tune in to NNN tomorrow for exclusive information about the artisan class and the black market. Good evening, everyone.